check out my ring shop.
I'm excited about
Next
we have to wait to hear from you. Right, how long is he visiting?
We'll be with you.
We're going to get started in a few minutes. I'm not going to do my speech yet. But if you're going to get something to eat, I'd suggest you go ahead and get your seat and we'll get started promptly at 7.
The clips? Is that the clips?
Yes, it is. That's the view out of my window where I stay. And I got that one about 4 years ago. And this one here is also the view, but it's a different interpretation.
That was your view?
No heckling.
I'm not much of a heckler, I'm more of a...
The good thing about this is
He's been telling me I can't heckle, you're telling me I can't throw lines at this. You guys are taking away all my fun. You know, that video is going to be the back of Michael's head the entire show.
This must be the Irish section. I was going to sit there, but now we're going to see video.
I just like these because they're padded.
Yeah, me too, yeah. It's just enough that I can see.
Can't help you.
I love James' laugh. I can hear that laugh. So distinct. I'm going to get a great stage, right? I know.
Doesn't look like a nice hair at all. Maybe Casper.
I want to see something. I can't see it all.
I don't think he's tall enough. He'll probably be able to see it. She's a little bit tall.
Which is a wonder.
Well, I'm 6'2", so you're happy to be happy you're not sitting behind me.
Or at least get it in.
Yeah, you're right. That's the best way to do it. If it's teaching, if they're staggered, then everybody can see. That's a good point. Oh yeah, is that his phone?
Yeah. Yeah, there's about.
Thank you, sir.
I was going to sit there, but then someone said, you got a video in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And a lovely head it is.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Welcome everybody, welcome. We're so happy that you're here. Stephen and I are so pleased to be able to do this for our community. And are you in for a daggone treat? So Kieran will be down in just a few minutes. But I want to just tell you a little bit how this came to be. So 5 years ago, I got talked into going on a trip to Ireland. I did not want to go.
But you did want to go.
I didn't want to go. I wanted to go to Italy instead. I still haven't been to Italy because I keep going back to Ireland over and over and over again. And the first year that I went was a tour, and that was great. It was lovely, and I kind of fell in love with Irish music, but I didn't know much about it. When I came back the second year, I scoped out County Clare. County Clare is just, so there's a picture of part of County Clare, and there's a picture of County Clare down here. It's incredibly beautiful. It's quite a rural community and area, and it is specifically known, the west of Ireland is known for its traditional Irish music, which I really fell in love with. The first night, I kind of went over this hill, and I saw this little village, and I said, where do you go at night? They said, I'm ready to go to Hotel Doolin. And so I went to Hotel Doolin, and I've been going back for the last, this was my 6th or 7th. And when I go, I stay 2 or 3 nights whenever I can. It's incredibly beautiful, but the thing that's the most beautiful are the people. So kind. I really found family there. I was in a really bad way. I was in Portugal doing the Camino, and my neck just shattered, and I could not complete the Camino. I'm actually only did 8 kilometers, 600 miles or something. Anyway, so I just put out a feeler to my friends in Ireland. I said, look guys, I've got a ticket to Ireland. I've got 6 more weeks to spend, and I'm too tired and too worn out, and my neck hurts too bad. Within 30 minutes, I had 4 different really nice places to stay. And that is who Ireland is. So the very first night I walked into Hotel Doolin, there was a group playing called the Fiddle Case. And they're very well known throughout all of County Clare, and they also travel all over Europe doing traditional Irish music. Well, one of the lead singers in the band is who you're going to hear perform tonight. when I was in Ireland a couple of weeks, just a couple of weeks ago, Kieran said, let's have a chat. And we had a chat. He said, I'd like to come to Ireland. I'd like to come to the U.S. and was wondering, what I should do or whatever. I said, well, why don't you just come to my house and do a house concert? So one of the things that I think you'll see and hear tonight is the voice of Ireland in some ways. It's a very different culture from ours. For me, it's the culture of loving kindness. It's where people take care of each other. It's where they stand up for each other. It's where everyone is welcome. It's the land of many welcomes. And so I'm really pleased to introduce you to Kieran O'Connell tonight, and he is going to enchant you. Welcome, Kieran. One last thing, no videos.
Turn your phones off.
Turn your phone off, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Say thank you.
And thank you. And I know that's going to be hard, but you don't want to miss the moments. And maybe we can have a picture of Kieran right before he goes on break or something while he's up there. But this is an experience. This is what Irish music is really all about, is when you show up and you hear the music and you hear the opportunity that you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. It's always pretty nerve-wracking when someone is introducing you because you never really know what they're going to say. But thanks a million. And it is fantastic to be here. Culturally we're very different, but we're not really that different at all. There's a great sense of community around here. I've only been here for 2 or 3 days. And I feel like you have those of you that I have met, I've met quite a few of you. I feel very welcome here, so thanks very much and thanks for coming. I'm going to sing a bunch of my own songs and a few from Ireland. As Cheryl was saying, I sing in a band called The Fiddle Case, and we do a lot of contemporary music as well as like traditional Irish music. So I'm going to mix it up for you. I also play a lot of Americana stuff back home, so I'm also going to play some of that for you as well for the crack.
Good crack.
Good crack.
I love crack. I love crack.
Are you familiar with the word crack? You right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I know it has a very different meaning here, I just realised. Well, crack in Ireland just means fun, basically. It doesn't have the same meaning as it does here. Because we love the crack in Ireland, we hate the crack in America. Follow the sound of the water. Well, it draws me with the taste in the air. Oh, you've always done right by me. Yeah, you've always done right by me. Hear the devil on your shoulder, let him whisper in your ear, but don't be fooled by what he told you. You'll find no comfort here. Riding through the streets of Amsterdam, oh, and counting up all the time on one hand. When it all came tumbling down, oh, when it all came tumbling down, well, here in your ear, but don't be fooled by what it told you. You'll find no comfort here. Thinking of all the times gone by, oh, and how all the good times they do fly. Oh, but you always done right by me. Oh, you always done right by me. Oh, hear the devil on your shoulder, let him whisper in your ears, but don't be fooled by what he told you. You'll find no comfort here. Oh, hear the devil on your shoulder, let him whisper in your ear, but don't be fooled by what he told you. You'll find no comfort here. Thank you. So there's a lot of songs I'll introduce. That was a song that I recorded a couple of years ago called "The Devil on Your Shoulder." A lot of this stuff I've been recording with certain people who kind of fell out of playing music for whatever reason. A lot of them just haven't been recorded. That one's ready to go. It hasn't been released yet, but it's recorded. This is a song called "The Great Setting Sun." And as Cheryl was saying, I come from County Clare, on the southwest of Ireland, and we live right on the coast. And the next piece of land, if you look out west, is the United States of America. So we're kind of on a rock in the middle of nowhere. We're all a bunch of savages. And,
The best kind.
as maybe why I'm fitting in so well, I'm not sure. But we basically live on a farm. My grandparents were farmers, and the land has been like divided up, so we all have a little plot of land. So I have a big family. My mother and my dad are still alive. They all have houses. We all live on this small little piece of land overlooking the Atlantic. And I did a bit of traveling a few years ago, and when I got back, there had been a Brazilian guy who had been passing through, who came to work on my mother's farm, and his name was Gabriel, and he left behind a poem when he went back home. And I got back from Australia after a couple of years, and it was just a few words that were written, but the refrain was "The Great Setting Sun." And he had an experience similar to Cheryl's. He had just been kind of found himself there by chance, and had been taken in by the community and played a bit of music and was brought around to all the sessions and all the gigs. And he met some amazing people, and he wrote a little poem about it. So I adapted it into a song. And it's called "The Great Setting Sun." Ticking of the clocks used to make me feel bad, but tonight it's driving me out, and there's no reason to feel sad. And in just a few hours I'll be packing up my things. Oh, I carry with me all the good memories and the great setting sun. All the people I meet in a week or a month, they will be with me when I'm feeling gone. And the wind from the west used to blow in all ways, and the last few words I don't know how to say. Goodbye would be for a moment or more. I can't say farewell like I said before. The ticking of the clocks used to make me feel bad, but tonight it's driving me on, and there's no reason to feel sad. And in just a few hours I'll be packing up my things. Oh, I carry with me all the good memories and the great setting sun. All the chords and the melodies have nothing to prove, and the men like a bet when there's nothing to lose. All the losers and the winners I can't discern. They're just good men willing for a common concern. Goodbye would be for a moment or more. I can't say farewell like I said before. The ticking of the clocks used to make me feel bad, but tonight it's driving me on, and there's no reason to feel sad. And in just a few hours I'll be packing up my things. Oh, I carry with me all the good memories and the great setting sun. Thank you. Are you enjoying yourselves? Yeah. That's the main thing anyway, okay? So this is a song that has been recorded and is available for your streaming pleasure on any platform that you get your music, or if you'd like to buy it, that would be also great. It's a song called Write Me a Letter that I recorded with the fiddle case a couple of years ago. And it was really fun. About 6 months ago I was sent a video from a festival somewhere out west here in the States of 2 cowboys, they look like cowboys anyway, singing this song at a festival.
Really?
Thank you. Write me a letter and send it home. Write me a letter and send it home. 'Cause I've been waiting for your touch, and I know I've been asking way too much. So write me a letter and send it home. No one calls me up since you've been gone. No one calls me up since you've been gone. And now I'm feeling so alone, 'cause I've been looking at the world through my telephone. So write me a letter and send it home. Easy on your bad dreams, baby. Don't let your heart go crazy. You're still my lovely one. Write me a letter and send it home. Write me a letter and send it home. Because my ears are burning and my head's playing tricks, and my conscience fading as the clock ticks. So write me a letter and send it home. Easy on your bad dreams, baby. Don't let your heart go crazy. You're still my lovely one. Oh, bright eyes, I know you must be so tired. Just lay your head by my side. You're still my lovely one. dreams, baby. Don't let your heart go crazy. You're still my lovely one. Oh, now, bright eyes, I know you must be so tired. Just lay your head by my side. You're still my lovely one. Yeah, easy on your bad dreams, baby. Don't let your heart go crazy. You're still my lovely one. Hey now, bright eyes, I know that you must be so tired. Just lay your head by my side. You're still my lovely one. Thank you very much. So there's a bunch of songs that we always sing back in Ireland, and we consider them to be Irish songs. A lot of the time they're not. I'm going to sit down because I'm starting to sweat. I'm not used to this heat, I'm afraid. I know it's very cool in here.
I got it down to 68, but the room says 74.
It's wonderful. Don't mind me, I'm just nervous. But there's, I was in the States once before, back in 2018, and we landed in Georgia, and we spent Christmas in Savannah. We went to New Orleans for New Year's Eve. Fucking never again. Like the whole trip was kind of based around New Year's Eve in New Orleans, and it was tough going. It was tough going. Key West? Okay. Yeah, but one of the songs that I grew up listening to and singing was The Lakes of Pontchartrain. And so I thought it would be great to sing that song while we're driving across the lakes of Pontchartrain. Actually, turns out there's only one. So that was something. So it's really a Louisiana song that we've adopted. We do that a lot. There's a lot of Canadian songs, a lot of American songs that we sing that we call Irish songs. I don't know why. So I'm going to sing it for you now. Do you know the song? Are you familiar with it?
I'll sing it. We'll sing
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Well, it was one fine March morning, I bade New Orleans adieu, and I took on the road to Jackson Town and my fortune to renew. Well, strangers, no friends to me, which filled my heart so sore, which filled my heart with longing for the lakeside Pontchartrain. Well, I stepped on board of a railroad car beneath the morning sun, and I rode the rods till evening, and I laid me down again. All strangers there, no friends to me, till a dark girl towards me came, and I fell in love with a Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Oh, I said, me pretty Creole girl, oh, my money here is no good, and if it weren't for the alligators, oh, I'd sleep out in the woods. Oh, kind stranger, you're a friend to me, from such dark thoughts refrain, for we never turn strangers stranger out by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, she took me into her mama's house and treated me right well. And the hair upon her shoulders in jet black ringlets fell, to try and paint her beauty, oh true, it would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, I asked her if she'd marry me. She said it ne'er could be. She had got another, and he is far at sea. She sent that she would wait for him, and true she would remain until he'd return to his Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. So fare thee well, my Creole girl, I never will see no more. But I won't forget your kindness in the cottage by the shore. Oh, and each soul shall gather in a flowing glass I'll raise, and they'll drink to the health of my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Oh, we'll drink to the health of my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Thanks very much. One of my favorite songwriters is a guy named Townes Van Zandt. Yeah, he's a Texan, isn't he? And the last time I was here, I tried to make it to Texas, but I didn't make it. It's funny when I speak to Irish people, they're like, "Ah, shit, I should have gone to Texas." But when I speak to Americans, they're like, "No, you're better off." But it's a song that he wrote, as he says himself. He wrote this song about two cowboys that he saw on the television 2 weeks after he wrote it. So. Living on the road, my friends, gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your bread's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Oh, and sank into her dream. Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast like polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. But Pancho made his match, you know, on a desert down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. Oh, and that's the way it goes. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty don't sing the blues all night long like he used to. Does Pancho bit down south, ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid per Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Well, ain't nobody know. And all the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poet singer Pancho fell. Lefty's been living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold, so the story ends we're told. But Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, to save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Oh, and now he's growing old. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Thank you. You're a wonderful audience. Thanks so much. You're indulging me here. So do you have magpies here in North Carolina? No? Really? No, we don't. Okay. We have. Do you know what they are? Okay. So there's a superstition in Ireland about the magpie, right? And there's a it's like a nursery rhyme, but it's like 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for the secret never to be told. So when you see a magpie, if you see 1, it's 1 for sorrow. So what you do is you salute the magpie to cancel out the sorrow, right? That's what we do. So if we're driving along in the car and you see a magpie fly up, you start waving at it. So everyone looks, that's why everyone's crazy now, waving at the birds. But where I live, there's loads of magpies, right? They're everywhere. And I'd be tired from saluting all these magpies. So I went back to university, it's kind of roundabout way of telling you the story of this song, but I went back to university in 2019. I was working as a professional musician. I had a funny feeling that, you can't really rely on playing music for a living. And I went back in 2019 and sure enough COVID hit in 2020. And the first thing to go was the gigs. And the last thing to come back was the gigs. So I was very happy with my decision. Now I was studying music, so but during one of my classes there was a module I was taking was composition, and it was online at that time because COVID was in effect, and we were in lockdown, so everything had gone online. So we were all looking at faces on a computer, and everyone's getting ready for the class to start. And I just started this conversation because I was bored, but I was saying, anyone else sick of waving at magpies? And nobody else was like, yeah, whatever. But I said, you know the way you wave at one magpie to cancel the sorrow? Well, if you see two magpies, it's two for joy. It's one for sorrow, two for joy. So if you accidentally wave at two magpies, do you cancel out the joy? That was my question.
Heavy.
Some deep shit going on. That was kind of the reaction I got, alright.
There's no answer.
So, well, basically, I got given a task. It was the module was composition. So my lecturer said, "You know what you do, Kieran? Go and write a song about it." So basically, I was researching magpies. Found myself researching magpies then. And magpies are really interesting. Magpies were really a focal point. We were pagans in Ireland. Sorry, I'm boring you. We were pagans in Ireland.
Still pagan.
I know. But the Catholic Church moved in and they killed all the pagans and they changed everyone to Catholic. But the thing that they did was they demonized the magpie because the magpies were a thing. I know, man. But if you read the Bible, No. I thought I was onto a winner there. Magpie is not good. It's not depicted very kindly in the Bible. But to be honest with you, they're nasty enough birds. They steal eggs, they do all this mad stuff. But the one thing they do is one thing I read about is they kill songbirds. So if you have any songbirds in your garden, songbirds nestle in these sort of thick bushes to get away from them. Sorry? See, I don't know much about what I'm talking about, so you can Here's a song called Songbird. Story is told of thieves and wicked witches, carry with them gold, award you all your riches. Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing? Now the songbird is gone. Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing? Now the songbird is gone. There are many reasons to love and to hate, but forgive me all my treason before it is too late. Before the hand falls and the bells begin to ring, oh, the winter has been long, and I'm holding out for spring. Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing? Now the songbird is gone. Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing? Now the songbird is gone. Now the song from the bushes and the trees. But the west wind moves and brings the falling of the leaves. Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing now the songbird is gone? Who dares to sing the songs that are sung? Who dares to sing now the songbird is gone? Thank you. So you'll know the next time you visit Ireland, wave at the magpies. Unless you see more than one. If they catch you out, you see. You see one, you start waving, then the second one comes out from behind the bush. So I'm going to sing kind of a traditional ballad for you now. That song, by the way, is available if anyone's streaming music. Kieran O'Connell, which is my name, online. I just released the debut EP, so it's on Spotify, it's on all of the streaming platforms. So if you're interested, you can check that one out. It's called Songbird. And this next song is a song called Come My Little Son. And it's a song that was written by a guy named Ewan McCall and made famous by a man named Luke Kelly. And Luke Kelly is very famous, probably one of the most famous Irish balladeers in Irish folk music. He's a Dubliner, and he had great big roaring red hair. He was a raging alcoholic. He died very young, but he left a real great legacy of music. And this is a song that was, it's a song about basically mass immigration in Ireland has been happening for years. And back in the 70s, there was a massive depression in Ireland. A lot of Irish men went away to England. There was a lot of roads and things being built. After the war, they were building the place for years. It was mainly built by Irishmen. And they left their families behind, which was commonplace. You'll hear that in a lot of songs, no more than this one. So I'm going to sing for you now. It's called Come My Little Son. Come my little son, and I will tell you what we'll do. Undress yourself and get into bed, and a tale I'll tell to you. It's all about your daddy, he's a man you seldom see. For he had to roam far away from home, away from you and me. So remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away. In the cold and the heat, 80 hours a week on England's motorway. Well, sure we'd like to have him here. Oh, sure it would be fine to have him working nearer home and to see him all the time. But beggars can't be choosers, son, so we'll have to bear our load. For we need the money that your daddy earns working on the roads. So remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away. In the cold and the heat, 80 hours a week on England's motorway. yourself and get feeling bad. It isn't any good to go running for your dad. For the only time since you were born that he had to spend with you, he was out of a job and he hadn't a bob. He was signing on the brew. So remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away. In the cold and the heat, 80 hours a week on England's motorway. So remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away. In the cold and the heat, 80 hours a week on England's motorway. Thank you. Thanks very much. I'll do another one. This is a Shane MacGowan song. You're probably familiar with the Pogues, but Shane MacGowan was one of our last remaining poets. He died last year, possibly this year actually, not too long ago anyway. But Shane MacGowan was born in England. A detail he kind of kept to himself, I think, for the most part. Not for any particular reason, but most people just would assume he's Irish. But he was born to two Irish parents, two immigrants living in migrants. Maybe I'm not sure the difference, to be honest. But what's the difference between an immigrant and a migrant? It's not a trick question now. Spelled different, okay. But his dad used to always, kind of like that song, his dad was out working and he wrote this song called Lullaby of London. And it was all to do with how when his dad would come in after working or being out drinking maybe, that he would kind of try and settle him and make him think that everything was going to be alright. Which generally is. Well, as I went down by the riverside one evening in the spring, heard a long-gone song from days gone by, blown in on the great north wind. Though there is no lonesome corn crake's cry of sorrow and delight, you can hear the cars and the shouts from the bars and the laughter and the fights. May the ghosts that howl round your house at night never keep you from your sleep, and may they all sleep well down in hell tonight or wherever they may be. So as I went on with a heavy heart, oh, stone danced on the tide, and though the lights were gone, well, the song went on, and the north wind gently sighed, and an evening breeze coming from the east that kissed the riverside. Oh, I pray now, child, you'll sleep tonight when you hear this lullaby. May the ghosts that howl from your haunted graves never bring you misery, and may they all sleep well down in hell tonight or wherever they may be. May the ghosts that howl round your house at night never keep you from your sleep, and may they all sleep well down in hell tonight or wherever they may be. yesterday, and I was questioning whether to sing it now or maybe sing it in the second half. I'll do it for the crack. It's, I don't know, I'm going to give some context to it. So, but the story behind this song should probably come with a little bit of a trigger warning. So basically, I'm going to sing a happy song after this song, so just bear that in mind as well, okay? So, a couple of years ago, how do I start this story? About 5, my dad was an orphan, okay? He was born into what was called a mother-baby home in Ireland. And mother-baby homes were basically for, like when we got the British out of Ireland, the Catholic Church moved in. And the Catholic Church took control. And if you were a single mother out of wedlock that became pregnant, you were put into these homes. And it was only in the last 15 or 20 years that we started to realise and uncover the real harm that was done by these places. And the women were put basically to slavery, children were taken off them, a lot of the time sold to North Americans who could afford to keep children, and the women basically either find their own way out of those homes or died in the system, and a lot of times the children died in the system. My father was born in one of those homes, and my grandmother, he was born in 1949. It was a very dangerous time for my grandmother and for him. So my grandmother got out and legged it to England where she was safe. She married, I should say, and 7 years later they managed to, first of all it was a miracle she got out. As she married in England, she got back to Ireland and managed to get my father out of this system. And they both went to England, and he grew up in London. So he's a very thick Cockney accent still to this day, which is remarkable considering we come from County Clare, where the accent's pretty strong. But he, about 5 years ago, I never gave it a second thought really that he might want to know his sort of where he came from. And he mentioned it to a friend of mine one night over a couple of whiskies. He never mentioned it to me. And my friend Frank, his name is. Frank is the real hero of this story, I should say, right? Frank comes to me the next day and says, you know, your dad wants to find out who his real father is. I said, no, I never knew. So Frank buys me a DNA test. And I did the DNA test and I put it up online. And I start getting emails from all over the place. But mostly like sort of way, very distant cousins that were pretty irrelevant to the reason why I had done it. And I think it was 2019, something like 2018 actually, late 2018. And I get this email saying, hi Kieran, my name is Linda. Our DNA has so closely matched that I'm a direct sibling of either your mother or your father. And I remember reading the email just thinking, what the fuck? And of course nobody knew I had taken the test. I hadn't told anybody, only Frank knew. And I was going in to play the session where Cheryl and I had first met, and I sat there throughout the whole session just thinking, what have I done? Anyway, I touched base with her. It all got very overwhelming, but one of the things she told me was she had an Aunt May who was 92 in a nursing home in London who'd really like to know what the connection was before she passed on. But then COVID hit. And personally speaking, my dad actually, sorry, I should say, my dad's health isn't very good, so he became the only thing I was concentrating on, and I just put all of that to the side. But over the 2 years of COVID, I kept thinking about this woman, Aunt May, who might pass away without sort of knowing the connection. So when things started to lift and stress was kind of easing off, I reached out and I said, okay, well, let's find out if this is real or not. Turns out it is totally real, and all the dates checked out. He was a merchant fisherman. His name was Harris Green. He only died in early 2018, which is unfortunate. So my grandfather, who I found, his name was Harris Green. He was a merchant fisherman. He met my grandmother in Balbriggan, where my dad was born. He would have gone off to sea. He didn't even know my dad had existed. But my father has 2 brothers and 2 sisters living in Belfast, and they've connected, and they now have a great connection, and he's got a family that he didn't even know existed. But it was very funny when I saw the picture. It was like looking at him. When I saw the picture of my grandfather, and I brought it down to him. And bearing in mind, he had no idea I'd even done the test. And I said, I think I found your father. And he goes,